the first thing you need to do is to make some dots on your muslin where you have put in your pins. And you have to be careful to do it on both sides and make the dot where you placed the head of your pin. And now you can see what you have to remove from your pattern. And to make it a bit more clear, I always trace between the dots because then I can see the shape. Now you do the same on the bust. We have removed this extra, we can call it a dart, but I don't want to have a dart here. So what I do is I follow the line, but because the line is so close to the cut line, I move the pivot point down to the cut line because it's not more than, I think, 1 centimeter, so this will work. And then I just trace to the muslin, and you can see what you're going to remove from your pattern. Now I will transfer the fitting onto the paper pattern, and I am working on the front side and the center front piece. I need some extra paper underneath the pattern pieces, and I am working on the top of the bust, so I need some extra paper there, and I just tape it just like this. And now I have to measure. I measure where my fitting starts, and I measure how wide it is and how long it is. And then I transfer it onto the pattern, and I do it on both sides at the same time, because then I'm sure that I will do it even on both sides, and that's quite important. When I measure the width of the adjustment I made, I divide it in two, so this is 1 centimeter, and then I take 0.5 from both sides. And then I make a line between the dots, again on both sides. And now I would like to add some extra to the bust, so I would like to add 0.5 centimeter to both sides of the pattern, the center front and the front side. And then I trace the new line, just like this. And now we are going to the adjustment that we made over the bust at the armscye on the center front piece. I measure on my muslin and transfer it to the pattern. And trace between the dots. So this is the new line. To be sure that the new lines are the same length, I measure, and here I do it 1 centimeter from the edge because there is a seam allowance to this pattern, and then I write down the measurement, and I do the same on the other side. And of course I measure and write down, and these two have the same length. On the back side, I would like to move down the waist 2 centimeter. So again, I measure on the center back and on the dart, and then in the side. In the side, you don't have to move down anything, so you just keep it at 0. On the dart, you make a new point 2 centimeter down, and do it on both sides of the dart, and then 2 centimeter on center back. Then take your ruler and make a new line. The dart has an opening, and that opening has to be the same on the new line. So what I do, I lengthen the dart, and then I measure the old opening and write down the measurement, and the new opening has to have the same opening. So I trace the dart with 2 new lines, and then the opening will be the same, 3.5 centimeter. And that's it.